What's going on YouTube? This is your boy Too Strong for Life here, coming again at you with another one. Now, we're talking about asphalt and how to fix all those potholes around your community. This video is going to show you how to fix them. So no more waiting on the city to do something. No more waiting for this to happen. No, we are men. We can go out and do it ourselves. Okay? Alright. Let's get into the video.
I've never used before, so that should be fun. But I tell you what we're not going to do, and that is we are not going to be using cold patch on this and getting our hands dirty with tar. But this should be fun, and it should be quick and easy, so let's get right into it. So, even though this video is sponsored by Rapid Set, we're still going to have some fun because we are going to be using the only two products that Rapid Set has that I haven't used. So this will be a fun journey for us to go on together. But we're going to be using the Rapid Set Asphalt Repair Mix for the deep stuff, and then we're going to resurface it with the Rapid Set Asphalt Resurfacer to tie everything in for the thin stuff. Now my favorite thing about both of these products is that they're both polymer modified, so we don't have to use any kind of bonding primer to bond to existing asphalt, which is a very big deal because nothing bonds to existing asphalt. My other favorite thing is that this is a cementatious material, so this is not a petroleum base or an oil base, so we're not going to have to use like paint thinner cleanup or acetone cleanup, just soap and water. But we are still going to be able to drive on this after 2 hours. So this pothole right here has been a nuisance for years. It collects water and dirt collects here, and it's just a pain in the butt. So we lucked out because since this is about 2 inches deep, we can go ahead and fill this area in with the asphalt repair mix, because the asphalt repair mix goes from 2 inches all the way up to 24 inches deep. Now any thinner than this, then we would want to cut this section out with a concrete saw, dig this out, and then we could go ahead and fill it in with repair mix. But we're not going to get into any of that today. We're just going to go nice, easy, and simple, fill this in, feather the edges out best we can, and go over it with a resurfacer to tie it all in. But just like with anything else, we gotta make sure that the area is clean, free of loose debris, free of paint, free of grease, oils and greases, and all that other stuff. Make sure that nothing will inhibit this bond. So I'm gonna start with a pressure washer. After pressure washing, it looks like I encountered a little bit more loose debris than I bargained for, so I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of these chunks. Alright, now I've got this all cleaned up, got rid of all the loose bits, but before we proceed to the next step of the repair, I've got to wait for all this standing water to recede. We don't want to make this repair with a bunch of standing water because it'll dilute our mix. So once these puddles go away, we can proceed. Alright, the water has receded. We are all ready to mix, but I've also taped off the areas that I don't want to get any asphalt repair mix on. I like to use duct tape kind of like a painter's tape. And at this point, for some reason, my mic decided to die on me in this shot. So don't worry, you're not missing much. All I'm really letting you guys know is that I'm mixing a full 50-pound bag, and each bag requires about 2 3/4 all the way up to 3 1/4 quarts of water. Just don't do what I did and put the product in the bucket first before the water. Make sure to always put the water in the bucket first before the product. You're gonna get a much more consistent mix this way. Also, I ended up using about 3 quarts of water, and I came out with a great consistency with that amount of water.
Alright, so with the cold asphalt, right? The reason why I'm showing you this video instead of like a cold asphalt, you know, just lay down and pat down, is because as you can see, hold on, let me pull it back. As you can see, you're not gonna have all those chunks in it, because you know with cold asphalt, like, you know, after like what, a couple of months, it starts to lift up because, you know, all the particles start lifting up. You know, it's just it's not gonna look good. It's like after a couple months, it's gonna start wearing off, and you know, it's gonna have, then you're gonna have to come back and do another job. With this, it's like setting down concrete. You lay it down, bada bing, bada boom. It's sitting in place, and that's why I say, you know, hey, if you have roads that need this, 2 hours. That's all it needs, 2 hours. If you can, you know, get in there, hey, you know, find a way how you can, you know, like, hey, you know, just go around, set up little set up tape, a little, you know, deterrent, a sign that says, hey, just give it 2 hours, and then this spot will be nice and ready for you just to drive over, man. You're up and out the city. And this can also be a job, you know. I'm giving you guys tips and tricks on, you know, how to not only just do it yourself, save money, or get this knowledge and create your own job, create your own career, you know. You just drive around fixing the pavements, driveways, roads. Come on, folks. I'm giving you the tools to be successful. And that's another thing about the community center that, you know, it's really gonna be, you know, used for, you know, creating jobs, um, creating a better community, a safer, cleaner, healthier community, you know. And every video that I'm trying to put out is gonna be pushing towards that. So let's work together, folks. Let's build our community back up. Let's stop waiting for these politicians who just want to take money out of our pockets, out of the taxes, and do whatever the hell they want with it. You know, let's stop trying to depend on them. Let's be the answer, be the solution. All right, let me stop yapping. Let me take you back to the video.
I came out with a great consistency with that amount of water. At this point, I'm pretty happy with myself that I got such a great consistency, and
Planning to publish your book? You could reach 3 billion more readers. If you've written a book and you're thinking about publishing it, you have to watch.
Imagine not having ads.
excited to go ahead and try it out.
Now, this is what I'm talking about, folks. Look at this. Look how smooth this is already. Compared to cold, oh my goodness, cold asphalt. Come on now. You can't beat this. You cannot beat this mix right here. Look how smooth that is already. You can't even tell that somebody put in put in a patch job. You just nah. It looks too good already.
This stuff really is very easy to work with, and it is very much like working with a concrete mix. I think that's as far as I'm going to go with this spot. I definitely could wait a few more minutes for this to set up just a little bit so that I could take my steel trowel, go over it, and make it very smooth. But I don't want to do that since I'm going to go over it with another product. Right now I want to keep this texture to give the resurfacer something to bite onto, something to grab onto. As far as the edges are concerned, I can't really feather those out much more than that because of that pea gravel size aggregate. We will blend this in much better with the resurfacer. I am going to try to feather these edges a little bit with the damp sponge, just to see. Not bad. I mean, not bad for a concrete mix consistency. Let's go do this on the other repair.
All right, so folks, just like I was talking about earlier, how this can be a job. The whole pressure washing part, you could take a blow dryer, you know, those long blow dryers, just hit it. And just hit it real quick instead of waiting the 2 hours. You just whoosh, hit it. Probably wait like 30 minutes, let everything settle, and just get right to it. Get right to work. Come on, folks, man. There's ways to make money out here. You know, you don't have to charge them an arm and a leg either. You know, you just make sure that you're covering for supplies and for your time, and you know, just make it a reasonable price. Or be that good Samaritan and just help out the community. Take charge. Be that leader and help out the community. Let's get back to the video.
I mean, as far as a concrete mix consistency goes, that's not bad. But, yeah, we're really not getting anywhere with feathering the edges, so I'm not going to bother anymore. Alright, we're going to go ahead and let this set up, and then we're going to go ahead and go over all this with the concrete resurfacer and tie this all in. And if everything goes well, we won't even know this repair is even there. By the way, cleanup is so awesome. I'm just cleaning everything up with water, not mineral spirits. And, as you saw, we didn't have to use a tamper. And of course, as usual, I would just like to take a second to thank my patrons for their continued support. You guys are awesome.
Oh yeah, you guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. See that? That's how leaders do it. That's how we do it. All right.
All right, so everything's set up and ready to go, and now we're ready to do the resurfacer. I've also prepped the area by taping it off so I can get some nice clean lines. We're gonna cross this bridge when we get to it, but at the end, if I feel like I want to go ahead and blend those with the sponge, I might. We'll see when we get there. Now, by all means, though, we could leave this like this. We could be done with this project. I want to blend this in better.
Hold on. Let's go back to that. This is what I was talking about, folks. Yeah, this is what I was talking about, folks. My bad. I was just checking if the mic was on. Look how smooth that looks already. That looks perfect already by itself. Looks clean. Look at this. Look, you couldn't get better than this. If you want to do a little quick patch job because you don't have the money to get the sealer, that's a good start right there. That is a good start.
We could leave this like this. We could be done with this project. I want to blend this in better. And
oh man, hold on. I was trying to get that shot right there. Hold on.
Blend those with the sponge. I might. We'll see when we get there. Now, by all means, though, we could leave this like this. We could be done with this project. I want to
look at that. Look how good that looks. Look. Folks, I have done construction before, and this right here, That cold patch, come on now. Come on. Look how solid it is packed together. Look at that. Because you know with the cold patch, it's like little particles here and there. Here, it's all of it's just little particles. So you know you run over it a couple times with your car. Guess what's gonna happen? Those particles are gonna start picking up. But this is locked in. This is solid. This is solid work. Just look at the. Hey, wow, wow, wait, folks, come on now, come on now. I'm teaching you how to be successful.
Blend this in better, and there's still some dips that I want to get rid of that are thinner than that 2 inches that I can take care of with the resurfacer. So I can not only get rid of some of those dips and inconsistencies, I can also make this look a little prettier, make it blend more. It makes the patchwork blend more. But had that been the plan to just leave this as is, I definitely could have smoothed the surface out way more with that steel trowel. I wanted it to stay textured to accept the resurfacer. Alright, so the stats on this stuff, I'm told that this acts quite a bit like the Rapid Set Nucrete and their resurfacer. A couple different things though. The aggregate is bigger. There are pebbles in here. It's like Nucrete with rocks and color. So we can't quite get this to an exact feather edge, but it does go 1/8 of an inch all the way up to 2 inches thick on its own. But the cool thing I found out is you can extend this up to 24 inches if you add a pea gravel aggregate to it, which is pretty cool. By all means, I probably could have done this whole project just with the resurfacer, but that's just the way this one went. Each 25-pound box covers up to like a 1/3 of a cubic foot of area. I'm just gonna go ahead and mix the whole box. Each box requires about 2 to 3 quarts of water. So I'm going to do about 2.5 quarts of water, see what we get. And again, I should have put the water in the bucket first. I'm definitely liking the consistency of 2.5 quarts for sure. All right, let's try this out. Now, I'm told that we can apply this just like Nucrete with a squeegee, but with Nucrete, I usually finish it off with a broom texture, but I'm told that I'm going to want.
Now, folks, you see how it's being applied on? Now, this is what you call professional. If you want to get that professional look, if you want to be professional, this is how you do it. This is it. It's no secret magic to it. This is it. This is it right here. This is the most professional you're going to get. Because with that resealer, come on now, you just did a patchwork, right? So this is the patch, right? And then you're coming in over with a resealer. You can't lose. You cannot lose. This is gonna last years upon years. It's gonna last years upon years. Okay, this ain't gonna be 2-3 months. You're gonna have to come back and no, nope. They might resell the house like 4 different times before you have to come back and actually have to do this again, like what, 10-20 years from now? Come on now, folks. Come on now, folks.
A loop roller or a textured roller to finish this off. I'm hoping that I can get away without doing that, but I did buy a textured loop roller just in case. Just like with any resurfacer, you just push and pull the product around to apply it. And it's doing that with ease. Very easy with the squeegee. Alright, that is about as pretty as I can make it with the squeegee. At this point, it's not set up enough for me to take a trowel to it or to take a broom finish to it. It's a bit too gummy at this point with all the polymers in it. So I'm gonna let it set up for about maybe 10 more minutes. By the way, you've got about 20 minutes working time with this stuff. You can drive on it in 2 hours, depending on temperatures. But I am already starting to see that I might be needing that loop roller. Alright, so I'm testing out troweling it just to see if I can get a nice smooth finish on it. Since there is polymers in it, it's just, I think it's just too sticky to get a nice smooth finish. We could get a flat finish maybe, but I don't think this product is really meant to trowel out and get nice and smooth. So I want to try out the broom finish and see where we get with that. Bad. I think I waited a little bit too long for the broom texture, unfortunately. So I think we're gonna try out the loop roller and see where that gets us. Oh yeah, I can already tell that's way better. All right, so I am going to remove the tape before this completely sets up. That looks really good. I'm happy with this.
Folks, look at this. Look how smooth that looks. That looks so damn good. That looks so damn good. Like a fresh patch of asphalt was laid down. You don't need super heat. You just need water, a mixer, a drill, duct tape, 2 buckets, 1 small bucket, a trowel. Come on now, folks. Come on now. Things you can pick up at like Home Depot. And then you don't have to buy them all at once. You can buy them slowly. 1 piece at a time. 1 piece at a time. And then you have all the pieces together. Bam, you go out there. Or you can charge the customer. Like the first couple of customers, you know, such and such price, boom, boom, boom. You just raise it up just a little bit so you can afford all those pieces. Or, you know, you can rent out, I believe you can rent out a mixer. Folks, come on now. Success is here. It's here. Start your own company. Just doing asphalt. You know? You don't need the super harsh chemicals. You got the easy 1, 2, 3 mix right there. If you got a big job, you can hire a couple guys. Come on now, folks. There's ways to be successful out here. I'm trying to show you all of it. You know, that's what the community center is going to be about, you know. Building together. You know, helping the community.
Now, do I try to feather the edges to make it blend more? That's the thing. At this point, I don't want to because it looks so nice and clean, and it makes sense being nice and clean, if that makes sense. But there's that part of me that just wants to know if I can. Let's try here in this corner. Inconspicuous corner. It's not too bad. It does feather. I still don't know if I want to. It's gonna feather it a little. I'm gonna meet myself halfway. I'm gonna.
Look how clean this looks, folks. Look how clean that looks. That's not this is not coming up in a couple of months. It's definitely not. That is way too smooth to be coming up anytime soon. And then once it dries and locks in, come on now. You're not losing. You're only succeeding. You're only being successful with this.
Feather just a little bit, but then I still get to keep that nice sharp line. I know, what's the point, right? I don't know, guys. I'm just making it up as I go. All right, well, that's all there is to it. This was very, very easy, and even though this is a sponsored video by Rapid Set, I truly enjoyed working with this product, or both of these products. I feel like they're fantastic. I feel like I'm so happy that they are here, because working with cold patch sucks. I don't know if you've ever worked with cold patch before, but it sucks. It was very easy to mix, it was easy to work with, cleanup was super easy, and I could have gotten an even better finish out of this had I not screwed around with testing other finishes. I definitely could have feathered the edges more, but I just didn't want to. But I think the surface turned out fantastic. I think the color is definitely fantastic. Also, you cannot see the reconstruction of those dips and voids that I did prior to this at all. Yes, obviously you can tell that this was a patch, but if you did the entire driveway, you would never know. This, in case you're wondering why I only did this one spot, this is my sister's driveway. This is the way she wanted me to do it. So unfortunately, I couldn't do any more than that. That's what the boss wanted. But I'm very happy with this product. I highly recommend it. If you have a project like this coming up, absolutely grab the Rapid Set Repair Mix or the Rapid Set Resurfacer. I think you're gonna love it. With that being said, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.
Yeah. You guys, there it goes. All right. So men, leaders, those who want to call themselves leaders, you have a way to prove it now. You have a way to go out there and prove that you are a leader in your community. Not just by moving your gums, but by actually proving it, showing your community. Actions speak louder than words. All right, folks. Till next time. Love you guys. Doses.